US thinks itself invulnerable to the ravages of war thanks to two massive oceans on both coasts. But as US Strategic Command has recently put it, the homeland is no longer a sanctuary. Massive cyberattacks against the United States crippled the world's information superpower. America's mighty IT industry was quickly conscripted into the front lines of this new war, and the fallout on both sides is catastrophic. Widespread cyber-sabotage has destroyed America's power and water grids, creating millions of casualties from heat or cold exposure and a sudden lack of drinking water. The young, elderly, and most vulnerable have suffered the worst, and the economic damage from cyber warfare alone shrinks the US economy by 15%. Then come the kinetic strikes, carried out by long-range ballistic missiles and hypersonic weapons. The West Coast is the worst affected, with power plants, dams, highway overpasses, and major US company headquarters all targeted. The American Golden Dome initiative is still years from offering any protection, and air defense systems are spread thin already within the US military in the real world. Patriot battery operators are one of the most sought-after positions to be filled by US Army recruiters today. The US is stretched to its breaking point. Violence springs up across the country driven by political divisions. It's not enough to break the Union, but US resources already at their limit are further stressed, squashing the growing violence. The United States enters a period of intense political violence of the type that in our real world would invite a foreign peacekeeping intervention, crippling the government. In a matter of years, the Union will likely break with the creation of two independent nations separate from the United States, one on the Pacific coast, the other on the East Coast. The loss of the two most economically important regions in the entire country means that the surviving United States will be ranked slightly above second world powers economically. The US is no longer the world's sole superpower. With trade routes collapsing, violence and disease outbreaks erupt as access to cheaply manufactured foreign pharmaceuticals dries up. American industry crumbles, having long relied on overseas production for everything from electronics to essential goods. In the 1980s and 90s, the US got rich offshoring its manufacturing. By the 2030s, that decision became its Achilles heel. Domestic production is nearly non-existent, and the economy can't compete globally. Thousands of wealthy CEOs flee to greener pastures elsewhere.